Verizon delivers strong third quarter results with customer growth and mobility, extending industry leadership. All right, let's take a look at these numbers, people. Quarter 3 2024 highlights for the big red carrier. More than doubled wireless postpaid phone net additions year over year. Total wireless service revenue came in at just a shade under $20 billion. Retail postpaid phone net adds of 239,000. Retail postpaid net additions, 349,000. Retail postpaid phone churn, 0.89. Retail postpaid churn, 1.16. Let's make sure that we remember these numbers for tomorrow because we've got AT&T in the morning and T-Mobile in the afternoon. 389,000 broadband net additions. 9 consecutive quarters, 375,000 plus. Fixed wireless access continues to shine, plus 363,000. 4.2 million total fixed wireless subscribers currently, achieving that mark of over 4 million subs 15 months ahead of schedule. Total broadband connections grew to more than 11.9 million. That would be the fixed wireless subscriber base plus Fios. Fixed wireless revenue for third quarter 2024 came in at 562 million, up 215 million year over year. Guys, fixed wireless access is killing it for Verizon. It is absolutely the shining star. Total operating revenue of 33.3 billion. Net income at 3.4 billion. We have EBITDA for the third quarter at 12.5 billion, up from 12.2 billion year over year. Earnings per share at 78 cents, compared with earnings per share of $1.13 year over year. Free cash flows, I believe they came in at $6 billion. They did a couple of really good things that I wanted to highlight. Let me see if I can get there. CapEx so far, they've spent $12 billion. They're on track to hit the $17 billion mark, I think. Free cash flow to date was $14.5 billion. Let's go to the consumer side. Consumer wireless postpaid ARPA increased due to pricing actions. That means price increases. Wireless retail postpaid phone churn was 0.84. 81,000 consumer retail postpaid phone net adds. That's compared to 51,000 net losses year over year. Consumer, what else? What else from consumer? Plus 80,000 in prepaid. So they, and that's something we need to talk about. They stabilized prepaid, guys. They actually have wins. They've been losing for so long. They finally did it. They posted. Guys, we can officially say Verizon fixed prepaid. It is no longer broken. Stabilized track phone, total wireless moving forward. They got it right. There's no longer pie on the face after the track phone acquisition. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's call it like it is.
Yeah, I got some good stuff to say when we get to that part.
Okay. 39,000 Fios net additions. I think they counted the losses from DSL. So because I think they had like 46,000 Fios. So I think they included that too. Business revenue came in at 7.4 billion, decreased 2.3% year over year. 281,000 wireless retail postpaid net additions. 158,000 are the good ones. The postpaid phone net adds continues to shine. Postpaid phone churn on business 1.12. Fixed wireless on business plus 154,000. So that means they added like over 200,000 on consumer. Rest of your guidance, total wireless service revenue expected to be between 2% and 3.5%. Adjusted EBITDA growth expected to be between 1 and 3%. Earnings per share expected to be between $4.50 and $4.70. CapEx expected to land between 17 and 17.5 billion. And I think they talked a little bit about dividends. They talked a little bit about their debt ratio and share buybacks in the near-term future. So here's my takeaway. Very strong consumer, really strong business, really strong fixed wireless, decent FiOS, stabilized prepaid. I think there's a lot to celebrate here. The only thing, and I have to call it because this is real, and we'll find out tomorrow. I think Verizon is going to have industry high churn. I think AT&T is still going to be industry leading in the 7s. I think T-Mobile is going to be in the low 8s. I think Verizon is going to be the odd company out with a .89, unfortunately. Yeah.
Solid quarter. I think the most important thing is perspective when you're looking at these numbers is that they're on the right trajectory from what I would consider probably the worst that they were at, which was like that 2022, 23, like early 23. Like those quarters were pretty
Tough
rough.
times. Yeah.
Yeah. So even though the numbers, certain metrics may not be fantastic, they might not be industry leading, it's about the progression from where they were year over year or quarter over quarter. But I was very impressed by both the FWA and or just broadband in general. Their broadband numbers were insane.
Yeah. All right, Zero, cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think the numbers are good. I see this. In the near future, I see this only improving for them once the Frontier acquisition is done. So I see them, rapid fiber expansion. So it's going to be, in the near future, I see, Verizon, AT&T really going head to head, probably as well as T-Mobile if they get their fiber game off the ground. Whatever they decide to do with that, but for now, I think it's going to be definitely Verizon and AT&T's game to battle it out. But no, good quarter though.
Moose.
What was the question, Chacha? Sorry.
We went through the numbers, all the different elements of the quarter. What's the vibes? What's your takeaways?
Well, a couple things that stood out to me. Looking at the infographic, they have less cash flow from their operations as compared from year over year. That's interesting. Number two is that they're spending a lot less than last year. Also interesting.
$2 billion less.
And right, $2 billion less. Also interesting is that their free cash flow is slightly lower, but it's not a big deal